Hi, Henry.
Hey Teo.
Do you know what Richard is doing for the end of the year?
Probably playing video games.
Yeah, I know that, but I mean specifically for the channel.
Probably playing video games.
God damn it, Henry, I am going to
It's my last video of 2023. Woo! This year was my first full year doing YouTube. This is my third or fourth attempt at doing this, but this was the first year I made a schedule and stuck to it. Previously, I just did videos whenever, which led to long periods between videos, which led to my interest falling off. But this year I stuck to a new video every other Monday, and it has been a success. I want to thank everyone who has watched a video, liked a video, followed, joined Discord, etc. The channel has expanded massively this year, and it's all thanks to you, so thank you. This final video of the year is a big recap of all the games I finished this year. Surprise, most of them are RPGs. Some of these games were played in my own time, which seems to be slowly transforming into only play games that you are going to review. Which doesn't always work because I'm about to start Resident Evil 4 and I can't even pretend that it's an RPG. But you probably get an RPG, so I guess it could work. What am I talking about again? Oh yeah, games. This year I finished 31 games because I don't have a life and I am going to give a quick shout out to all of them. Think of these as mini reviews, a yearly recap, something fun, a time capsule. So get a drink and sit back and relax. This is low stakes / high fun. So, I'm Richard for RPG Fortress, and this is every single game I finished in 2023. Jack Move was a fun little pixel cyberpunk RPG, and it only took me about 10 hours to finish. I really enjoyed it. Brigandine: The Legend of Forsenna is an incredibly underrated tactics RPG from the PS1. I had a great time finally sitting down to finish this game. Brigandine: The Legend of Runercia is the sequel to Brigandine: The Legend of Forsenna, released like 25 years after the first game. A faithful and fun sequel. Shining Force. I replayed Shining Force twice this year. Once vanilla and once with a join randomizer. I never get bored of this game. Shining Force 2. Haha, I replayed this game twice this year as well. Same circumstances, once vanilla and once with a joined randomizer. Still one of my top 2 games ever. Diablo on PS1 holds up surprisingly well in 2023. Lots of great dungeon crawling to be had, but load times are pretty ridiculous. Crystal Warriors is an engaging little SRPG for the Game Gear that predates Shining Force. A little bit crusty by 2023 standards, but worth a look for any die-hard tactics fan. Popful Mail is a forgotten action platformer from Nihon Falcom. It has some light RPG mechanics and goofy anime-ish characters. Sequel, please. Oops, how did this get here? It's just a puzzle game, I swear. I played it accidentally. I promise it will never happen again. Oh no, seriously, I only played it for the puzzle. I played something like 150 hours of Shining Force 3, and it finally clicked with me. I blew it off initially as being too unlike the original games, but when I finally really played it, I had the time of my life. Alicia Dragoon is a decent and mostly forgotten action platformer for the Genesis. I thought it had light RPG mechanics, but I was very wrong. It was okay. Tears of the Kingdom was a hell of a time, but between 150 hours of this and 150 hours of Breath of the Wild, I am ready for the next step up the Zelda ladder. Theta, the Emblem of Justice, is basically Shining Force alumni creating Shining Force for the SNES. I just wish I liked it more than I actually did. The gameplay is pretty basic. Phantasy Star is the crown jewel of the Sega Master System. It's a hard play in 2023, but it's still a classic with some incredible world building. Dragon Warrior is one of the earliest examples of a JRP and the blueprint for many years. Dragon Warrior is a little bit hard to go back to in the modern age, but it's a super nostalgic trip for me. Despite playing the shit out of Final Fantasy as a kid, I only actually ended up finishing it this year. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but I am very glad I finally got through it. Little Noah, Scion of Paradise is a roguelike dungeon crawler, and you can definitely tell it was a phone game at some stage. I love the art style at least. AI, the Somnium Files, Nirvana Initiative. I love the Somnium Files games. Tough puzzles, silly characters, weird humor, just a joy to play through. As Libra is an incredibly underrated action RPG that you should go and play right now. I played through all of the Shining Force Game Gear games starting from the very beginning, Shining Force Gaiden. I did this last year as well because Shining Force. Shining Force Gaiden 2: The Sword of Heija is a hell of a game. One of the best games on the Game Gear. Shining Force CD is one of my favorite Sega CD games. Yes, I have more than one, and it is also one of the best examples of a remake ever released. Shining Force Gaiden 3 is the bridge between Shining Force and Shining Force 2. It is a must-play for all Shining fans. Shining Resonance Refrain. No. Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes has way too many mandatory fights, but it's great to see the Three Houses characters again. Also, Shez is a very cool character. This year, I finally finished The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, and I have absolutely fallen in love with this series. Expect more reviews for more of these games in 2024. Blasphemous 2 is slicey and dicey. The gameplay is greatly improved from the first game, but on a personal note, I just wish the art style was still as brutal. Valkyrie Elysium. Expect an in-depth look in early January. I have a lot to say. Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger X. I am terrible at these games, but I like the art style, and it's a nice diversion for a couple of hours. I just wish the final boss didn't have such an insane ramping of difficulty. And that's it, short and sweet. Wow, that is a lot of games. I had a lot of fun playing through these titles, and the ones I didn't enjoy playing, I really enjoyed lambasting for all of you. Thanks for that. You're a great group of people for letting me rant about these silly little video games. 2023 was fun, but 2024 is going to have even more games. We're starting with Valkyrie Elysium 2 Mondays from now, and after that, who knows? There are so many great RPGs out there and so little time to play them all. But I am going to try my darndest. I'm Richard for RPG Fortress. Thank you for sticking with me. I'll see you in 2024, and don't forget to hug a cat. Goodbye. Hey, and happy holidays, if that's your thing.